Hey, good morning. It is freezing out here. I'm warming up the car. I've got to go get like 2 things at the grocery store that I need this morning. Not waiting on Dave to get home and go for me or nothing like that. So I was thinking I was just going to come over here and talk to you a minute. And I had already been thinking here the last little bit. When I come talk, I was just like, well, let's just talk. When I cook, I call it Let's Cook. And you know that's what I put on my titles and all that. Let's Cook. I thought, well, when I talk, I'm going to call it Let's Talk. So today, I'm going to do a Let's Talk. When you see on my titles that it says Let's Talk, that's what you're going to get. And if it's not something you're interested in, then you can just bypass that video and you won't be you won't be ambushed on something else when I just start going off and then whatever you were wanting to see after that. So, what we're going to talk about this morning is, first of all, my back. Now, and if I'm shivering, I'm sorry, it is freezing out here. Some of you, you keep up with my back, you email me, you message me. I didn't tell you the results when I went Monday. When I saw the neurosurgeon, he said, go back and see the doctor that gives you your injections. I said, well, he already told me he can't fix this. He said, well, just go see him anyway. They used to work together, by the way, before the surgeon left. So I saw him Monday. Now, I broke down. I'm telling you, I broke down because this business has got me wore down. It has worn me down to a nub. He's like, well, we can try to get you some immediate relief and go and get you a shot today if you want it. I'm like, yes, I want it. So I had this out of town. They couldn't get me in down here. I'm like, yeah, I'll go out of town. Just as long as I can see him, as soon as I can see him. So they did get me in Monday. And I had to come home, and then I ate my lunch and turned around and went back. Y'all, I thought I had experienced the most excruciating pain when my back has those episodes. I don't know what else to call them. Until he did this set of shots, I have never felt anything like this in my life. Now, I've had plenty of these shots, and he's done them, and he's good. And I don't take the numbing spray because it hurts worse than the numbing shot. I just lay there. I rarely even flinch, and I'm not exaggerating. I don't cry. I just lay there. I take my shots. I go in recovery, get my little teeny little Coca-Cola. They take your blood pressure, send you on your way. Well, I'm laying there, and I'm doing good, and all of a sudden I start, feeling, I start groaning. About the next time he hit it, I almost come off the table. I just started crying and moaning, all but screaming. I'm sure the whole waiting room heard me. He hit directly on that nerve. And it shocked him because he's never seen a reaction like that from me. And his assistant, she was just patting me and telling me to breathe. I couldn't breathe. So I couldn't raise up off the table. I just had to scooch my legs over, like to fall off the table, and they had the wheelchair up under me. Well, I couldn't even sit in the wheelchair because I couldn't put pressure. So I'm holding myself up on the wheelchair and just crying like a baby. So he's like, he already told me we were going to get an MRI. He said, you'll need to wait 2 weeks because he said, I don't want the steroids I'm injecting to show up as fluid and they think it's, something weird going on. So he said, let's give it 2 weeks. And so after that, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to, he's got other patients coming in and I can't even get over to recovery. And he's like, well, did Dr. So-and-so not tell you to get more tests? I said, no, he just said, come see you. And this is what he said. He goes, interesting. He looked at his assistant. He goes, I think there might be something else going on in there. So I go and get my MRI when the lady told me, that she was going to schedule it. I said, well, if you can get it in December, I won't have to pay for it because I have, long since met my out of pocket. She got me in with 1 day to spare. So I have other tests coming up that they're not getting to me apparently until January. But, I thought I heard something at my window. At least I got this one in and I won't have to pay for this MRI. So that's one good thing. So I do that on December the 30th. Between now and then, and they find out what is wrong, I'll just have to deal with it like I have been. And dealing with it, I'm not dealing with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's where it stands. We tried it. It worked a day and a half. I was talking this morning with my friend on the phone. We talked before daylight because we're both early risers. We're both up with the chickens. So, we're chit-chatting. And I told her, I said, I got up. I said, a day and a half. And she said, well, maybe it was a fluke. I'm like, well, maybe it was, but I'm not confident. It wasn't. I'm sitting here right now dreading going to the doctor because it is just... So... worked a day and a half. I'm right back where I was, and that's the update on my back. Now, talking to my friend, this is the other thing. Me and her have this weird, strange, and we're states apart connection that we do and think the same things all the time. When we both decided to do purple, neither one of us knew that the day before we were going to say, hey, guess what? I'm going to do purple. Yesterday, I kid you not, as my mom would say, it's the truth if I ever told it. I decided yesterday I was going back to blue because I point my foods out anyway, even if they're 0 on purple or Simply Feeling, which I was trying because, that's what had worked before. I was not eating the Simply Feeling foods. They say, to eat it until you're satisfied. I wasn't going back and eating the 0 point foods to fill in. I don't want those. I want the pointy foods. So I'm like, if I'm going to point them, then I might as well get the points that I'm allowed on blue and eat the food that I want to eat, because I'm not going to be successful if I don't. So we're talking this morning. She's like, I'm going back to blue. I'm like, oh my God. I said, I am not even lying. I decided last night I'm going back to blue today. I'm like, this is crazy. It's crazy. There's so many little things that happen like that it's weird how that works out. But so yeah, I'm going back to blue. And some of you that don't like my food choices, you're just not going to have to like them, because I'm going to eat what I have to eat to lose weight. I was on freestyle when I got off track, and I got back on and I went on freestyle. Then I started losing my weight and I was doing good. Then I got sick. Month and 2 months ago, month and a half, 2 months, I don't know. And I was sick for 3 weeks. And y'all remember, I did not feel good. And I said, I don't feel good. I don't care what I'm eating, because I was sick. I've never really fully recovered. That's why I wanted to try purple. I wanted to try to quit snacking. This is not going to happen. I have X amount of points. Right now I have 41 points. That's because I'm a big girl. Big people can eat more, and we get more points. You say trust the science, then trust the science that bigger people get more points, and they are allowed to have them. Otherwise, WW would not have allotted them to us. So let's understand that when you see me eating 41 points, and some of those points happen to be bugles and dip, that it might not be the healthiest food, but it's in my points. And if I stay within my points and I lose weight, that is my goal. My goal is to eat what I want and still lose the weight. I do not abuse 0 point foods. I do not eat my points and then eat 500 or more calories like that on 0 point foods, because I don't like the 0 point foods. I'm not a vegetable and a fruit eater. So the 0 point foods do me no good. Every now and then, an apple, a banana, an orange, I like those things, but I'm not the person that sits down and eats carrots and dip or celery and peanut butter. I've tried it, and I've wasted more produce than I can even care to talk about, because I get this whim. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be that fresh produce eater. Then I end up throwing it away because I am just not that girl. I am the girl that will have the snack. The sweet snack, the salty snack, the crunchy snack. If eating the snacks with the sodium and the sugar makes me lose the weight, that's the lesser evil. I have so much weight to lose, and I have things that I need done in my body. I have 3 surgeries I'm looking at right now that I need. I don't want them. I need them. Both my knees need replacing because they're gone. They're completely gone. My back needs fixing because it's gone. And it's going fast. So I have I started, well, I set my goal. I don't have a goal from a doctor, and I don't go to meetings, so I don't have a goal there. But I can tell what I hear from other people, what Weight Watchers sets their goal as. It's over 200 pounds what they want me to lose. So if eating a bugle and a dip for a snack keeps me on track and keeps me losing weight, then y'all get prepared to see it on my food journals. Just be prepared, and if you don't like it, you keep giving it that thumbs down. That's fine by me. I can't worry about it no more. I can't worry about if somebody likes what I eat or don't like what I eat. I've got to just do whatever works for me to get this weight off my body. And as my points go down, then I'll have to learn how to deal with it. But for now, whatever starts shedding it, that's what it's going to do. And I am still navigating after a year and a half, a year and 3/4, I'm still navigating this weight loss thing. It is not easy. And when you are staring down the barrel of 200 pounds, it's hard. It's a very daunting task. It's like you're looking at a tunnel and there is no end. You cannot see the light at the other side because it's so long. So if I keep switching from this color to that color to this program to that program to this food to that food, then that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to pin it down, and I don't have it pinned down. So those of you that stick with me and encourage me, y'all mean more to me than you know, because there's sometimes I'm looking at stuff to eat that I should not be, and I'm not joking. Somebody will pop in on the message, or I'll get an email, or I'll read the comments on my things, because I try to comment to every single one of you. I try not to miss anybody, and if I do, it was unintentional. I promise you that, because I try to stay on those things. And I'll read something, I'll be like, oh, yeah, you don't need that. So do I give in sometimes? Yeah. Sometimes do I stop because of y'all? Absolutely. So y'all help me more than you realize you do. And just if you'll stick with me, I'm gonna fight. But see, the thing about fighting is you don't always win. A fight ain't about winning. A fight's just sticking with it. You know Rocky Balboa's quote. It's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can be hit and keep going. You know how it goes. I don't know the exact quote. You know what I mean. It's how hard you can get hit and keep fighting. Keep standing up. Don't go down for the count. I'm getting knocked over. I'm like that darn little bozo clown thing. Y'all remember the little clown that set up on the weight and you punched it back and forth and he just rocked? That's what I feel like I am. I'm being punched back and forth. Just back and forth, back and forth. But I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not quitting. I'm just struggling to get it, like I said on my video, to keep it between the lines. That's where I'm trying to stay with not just my eating, with everything going on with me. I'm trying to keep it between the lines. So if you just bear with me and put up with all this nonsense, I'm gonna get there. Oh, I did not want to cry this morning, but I've already been crying just because it hurts. So I'm just a big old baby these days. I have got on a pair of shoes though. I'll tell you this. I've been ordering shoes because I can't, being down to hardly get on. I do have a big old long shoehorn, but some of my shoes I can't get on. I need something I can slide on, especially because my feet are so big from the swelling. And I've tried like 3 pairs where I order my shoes from, because I wear a 12 double wide. I told you about that double wide trailer shoe. And I've had to send 3 pairs back. And so I finally got 2 pairs in the other day, and both of them fit. Now, they are ugly as homemade sin. I'm going to tell you what. I shouldn't even have to wear these out in public, but I got them on. I got them on right now. 1 pair of them. I got them on, even with socks. So they actually made a pair of double wides that are wide. You'd be surprised. Double wide don't mean the same thing to everybody, because I couldn't even get my foot in the other ones. And as far as my legs go, I go to the lymphedema clinic, I think I told y'all, in January, and my legs have started blistering. My left leg is the bad one. It's got like raised bumps, and it does that before it'll bust open. And my right leg is starting to do it too. It's got a big old shiny patch on it. That's what it does. It just gets a shiny patch. And there's a scab on it that I don't know if it was a blister that popped open and put a scab, because I don't remember bumping it, but you know, you do that, you don't remember. But there's 2 lines of water blisters, and that's what comes before the skin pops open. So I'm hoping that they can fix it. I don't want to do both at one time, because there's no way. I mean, you can't take a shower like that. I can't. My back won't allow me to bend down and do all that wrapping on 2 legs and try to crawl in the shower like that. So I guess if they start with one leg, I mean, I'm assuming they will. So I go to my regular doctor today. Not looking forward to it, because the man Jarvis, who has drawn my blood ever since I've been going there for 4 or more years, since I changed to her, 4 years, 5 years, I don't know. He's been drawing my blood, because I'm a hard stick. And I take it out of my hand right here, because there's something inside me that will not let them touch in the crease of my arm. I will pass out if they even try to mash it. I will pass out. And I don't know what that came from, but it's always been that way. So that one of the doctors left to go on her own, and Jarvis went with her. So last visit, every 3 months I go, she says, you know, I gotta get blood. I'm like, I know I come here. I don't come here without giving blood. That's been that way ever since I've known her. Because, boy, she takes good care of me. She might not can't fix everything, but she keeps an eye on everything. And I walked past the room to go to the bathroom, and I saw this other woman sitting in there. And I called my nurse. I said, come here. I said, who is that? She's like, Jarvis isn't here anymore. I'm like, well, I can't give you no blood. It terrifies me. It petrifies me to think of somebody different giving me my blood, because Jarvis was perfect at it. And even with him being perfect, I was still a hard stick. There was one time blood would not flow from me, and he got me at, it was either 5 or 6 spots up and down my arms and both hands. Could not get the blood to flow whatsoever. So if Jarvis has trouble on me, I'm worried to death that some other woman's going to hurt me, and she's not going to use the little ones that she's supposed to, the little butterfly. And I don't want to seem, you know, bossy when I tell her what to use, but I don't want no big old needle sticking me neither. So I am not looking forward to today. But last week, last time what had happened was I went in there, so I had to suck it up and do it. She couldn't find an order in the computer. She kept looking and looking. She could not find an order. So she's going, let me go talk to your doctor. She comes back, well, your doctor's in with somebody else. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll find out later on the chart, you know. I'll message her to see. I didn't message her. That's the first time I have gone 6 months without giving blood, I think, since I have seen that woman. Because when I first started going to her, she had me come once a month. And then I graduated to once every 3 months, and that's where I have been for years. Every 3 months I go to her without fail, and I give her blood without fail every 3 months for years. So my husband thinks it is a sin and a disgrace to go to the doctor 2 times a year to get his medicine refilled. He thinks it's the end of the world. I'm like, honey, if you had to go to many doctors as I go to, regular doctors and specialists, I said, you'd die. He goes, I agree. He said, I can't do it. So, anyway, that's the day. So I'm headed down here to Food Line to get my couple of things with my ugly shoes. And that's all I'm going to tell you today. So that's all you get today. All right, bye.